Essendon has won the toss and will kick to the right of screen. They haven't beaten the Eagles at their home ground since 2001, but their last 2 trips there against the Dockers have resulted in success. They have something to build on in thrilling circumstances from earlier in the year. They are the form team. They bring the best. Have West Coast got something to give in this chase for the finals? If they slip behind the ledger tonight, behind 6 and 6 where they currently sit, it's a long climb back into the 8s. Taking up their positions. Looking in the battle in the middle, Watson, who'll be such a focus. I've got no doubt the Perth crowd, who is absolutely relentless with visitors. And there's David Parkinuni in a coffee. Mackenzie and Hurley. I hope you make Moons pay up immediately.
Well, you know the thing about Joe, I can't remember anything a coach said to me before I went out, let alone what happened during the week, though.
Thursday night footy on Fox. Let's go.
Where he's going to hit it or what? But here we go. A pretty even ball up in the middle. Zaharakis.
No, I don't normally see that here, BT.
They come in very late on a weeknight.
Yeah.
Opportunity here now for Hutchings. Long ball to Nat Nui over the top of Hooker, almost got hold of it. Darling centering football unselfishly to Priddis. Priddis told to play on, not the required journey, said the umpire. Pops it to the top of the square, dangerous over the back. Darling again with another chance. This time Pears got him in the bear hug. And Kennedy a little snap. Boy, he made something out of absolutely nothing there, Josh Kennedy.
Just attacks the ball.
Goddard to Davey, you speak of space, and he found plenty of it. Here they come in the pocket. A little one over the top finds Zaharakis. In fact, it's not Zaharakis, it's Winderlich.
Yeah.
Very kickable from this pocket. Jason Winderlich, only 35 metres now. That's on target. That is a goal. Really nicely stroked by Jason Winderlich. With Hurley. Loves to kick either side. He showed then. Long ball in. Winderlich there again. Butler did well. Brown through a little bit of traffic, caught in the tackle. Quick kick around the corner. Magnificent stuff. Bombers get their second.
Third style this Essendon at the moment. They've had to go into a bit of a holding pattern here. They are the best side for mark play-ons in the competition, but West Coast at the moment have held them up pretty well.
Merritt. Long ball, Winderlich pushed out of position by Dalziel. Almost into the back, Davey spills on his wrong side. Had to straighten up, went with a little left foot poker and did it well. Centre half forward, Winderlich there. Butler all over the back of him. Crameri looking for the fend off. The skip through was nice. Zaharakis advances the ball further downfield. A real big opportunity. Winderlich, great mark.
Well, that was great play by Crameri. That's what Crameri did.
Really spreading the West Coast defence nicely. They're getting one-on-ones everywhere at the moment. The Bombers inside 50.
Winderlich comes in for his second goal of the night. Looks pretty good. It's spot on. He's got a couple of Bombers 4 in a row.
Selwood, Shuey, Hearn this week. They just haven't been able to get their best team out there for a period of time, and it's really hurt them this year.
Cox knocked down Melksham on the end of it. Intercepted by Kerr. Had a quick shot. It was really well done out of the stoppage by Kerr. Looking dangerously. Darling for his second go. And eventually the ball spills loose in the tackle. And Darling and Dempsey become entangled. Right on the boundary line. High ball, Cox the target, Hooker there, but Cox did really well. 55 out, handball to Kerr on the run. Launches from 52. High ball to the square, Darling. Marked in the square.
But it made him accountable a few times just outside 50.
To get it back to 4 points, a certain goal coming up for West Coast. Darling kicks it. And West Coast back within 4. Here at quarter time, I would think. So really good composure shown by the Eagles here to bring themselves back into this game. Siren sounds to complete the quarter. And West Coast 3-4-22 trail the Bombers 4-1-25.
They're not getting the benefit out of it at the moment.
Waters, he was undecided. There's the result of that indecision. Crameri now, Kerr, Davey and Howlett all line up. Eventually got rid of it. The umpire gave him a while. 3-on-1 here. Crameri with a pirouette out of trouble. Winderlich on to Dempsey. Driving from 45. Dempsey, really good play, Bombers. in the way, but was unable to hang on to the mark. Ball in the Cox direction, over the back, went through the toes of Kennedy as well. Carlisle's there, left standing. LeCras swoops on the footy, left foot around the corner to Darling, he marks. Gee, was going to go too, and he may still play on here. He does, immediately. Kick around the body. Gee, the Bombers weren't awake to that and ready. It was always going to happen. It was against that man Ryder. Here's Cox and Shepherd said Razor Ray Chamberlain, and it'll go the way of Bell Chambers. Bell Chambers hammers it toward the pot. Ryder's got a bit of a jump at it though. He's got a spring, and he's
a specialist at the one round the corner, Richo.
We've seen a couple of them from him, haven't we?
Have a look at him.
He's
He's making up in his own mind, and he does exactly that, and he executes very nicely indeed. That's a man that's 6'6". Look a little better than it was. Did well the late inclusion. Schofield, a ball into space will be marked. Delzeal. Pretty easy shot, 25 to 30 metres out. Absolutely no wind here tonight. And he kicks it nice and straight. The Eagles back within 2. It's Darling and Hooker. Hooker and Darling. Back inside. We all remember when Buddy sprinted away from Hooker. But Darling was not going to get it done then. The kick was a shocker. Comes to LeCras. LeCras into the open goal. Whistle was that late to us that he had already played on before the whistle had been blown, basically.
Fair point.
Siren sounds. A really good quarter of football. A good half of football. It was fantastic. West Coast with their noses in front by 3 points. 6-6-42 to the Bombers. 6-3-39.
With half a kick in it as we enter the third term.
Better try in this second half if things aren't working for James Hird.
Second half underway. Nat Nui.
He almost jumped over the head of Bell Chambers.
Comes a little deep into the pocket, but Cox is there. And he has marked. He'll have a difficult shot. No, he won't, because he's given it off to LeCras. LeCras had players all around him out of midair. Darling has kicked an absolute ripper. So I said LeCras really starting to find a little bit of form here. Cox is able to get rid of his man, and the umpire said a hold of the arm will go to Cox against Pears.
Are you kidding? What's the replay, mate?
Pears not happy.
Are you kidding? Watch the replay. We will. We'll have a look.
Have a look at that. Have a look at that.
He's got a fair case. If umpire Mar gets looked up, it probably was Cox who initiated it and had hold of the jumper.
They're pretty narrow pockets here. Darcy were out there before the game, and this is not a bad angle at all for Big Coxie. He will drill this.
For a 16-point West Coast lead early in the third quarter. Cox needs to be straight. He needs a little bit of right to left, and he is. West Coast by 16.
Well timed, isn't it? Hey, you're just seeing on your screen there Angus Montfrey's former teammate of Joe Watson saying poor taste by the West Coast Eagles fans at Subiaco tonight. He's referring to every time Joe Watson gets the ball, he's booed by the West Coast supporters. I tend to agree with Angus Montfrey's. I don't think it's in great taste. Steve Morris, the Richmond player, he's tweeted us as well, said it makes me sick hearing the crowd boo such a champion in Joe Watson. There it is again. What do you think, Richard? I don't like it. I don't think it's...
No, I think it's a disgrace, to be honest.
Myers, your timing was impeccable there, Das. Stanton now long and deep. Merritt was there. Gee, I thought he was being held. Put his head under the footy. Winderlick around the corner, got it to bend the right way. And Winderlick's got 3, and that's the one the Bombers needed.
Club under pressure ever since. Well, the way they have handled themselves since has been unbelievable, really.
2 on 1 here. The 2 big boys keep their feet. Cramery and Carlisle wanted it inside. Probably should have given it. The left foot kick around the body with a little banana is still good, and the Bombers get 2 in a row. Give to Kerr, and Kerr's ball to LeCras, and that's nearly 50. Gee, that was lucky. Thought he grabbed his feet after he marked it and tried to get to his feet.
Yeah, he's really lucky there, Bagley.
Boy. As LeCras now on the head of Darling. Schofield once again to the left foot of Priddis along the ground. It's got some wheels. Priddis with an absolute ripper. Three goals in the quarter to West Coast, 2 to the Bombers.
It's so important. So important, a forward that's prepared to hit up to the logos and give your half back line a get-out kick.
Now, we saw Kennedy earlier in the game not be able to get the journey from a metre or two closer.
Right.
So no stutter in the step there, but this one he's hammered, and he's absolutely got that off the boot magnificently.
And on that basis, the stutter isn't there. He might have found the formula.
The stutter's gone. Boy, overnight, Nui!
Gee, I reckon they're missing Dustin Fletcher down there tonight. They've made Pears, Hooker all be accountable. Carlisle's gone forward. They just haven't got the old head down there, Dusty, to come third man in.
If he kicks this, it'll be the biggest lead of the game for either side. In this case, a 22-point lead for West Coast, if successful. Little bit of left, bending, misses.
Let's go from St Kilda, but he's only found it 9 times tonight for a player of his quality.
Oh, he's done the Achilles, I reckon.
Oh, no.
That's Cramery. It looked like one of those ones that just goes snap, either a lower calf or Achilles. It looks like with Cramery.
Just no warning there, was there?
Oh, no. The best would be a lower calf or an ankle. It's actually an ankle, isn't it?
Well, that's a great result.
Yeah, it
on
is.
Replay. Yeah, he can handle that. And look, as bad as that is, he might even be able to come back on the ground. You can strap an ankle, you can get a bit of...
So some talking, I think the lateral ligament was the early problem with Cramery this year. May have re-injured that Melksham with a beautiful piece of foot candy and then to an open goal square. Was it marked on the line by Watson? It is. Ray Chamberlain pays the mark in the goal square.
The West Coast fans need to have a real good look at themselves. You can hear what's going on here. They've given it to him all night. This man's a champion.
So Watson with a certain goal to get it back to 10 points. Marked right on the line, comes in, kicks the goal, and he looks at the crowd. Jobe Watson then in disbelief, I reckon.
Well, if anyone saw the interview on Monday night, he spoke very confidently.
But forgetting that, the behaviour tonight, Richo,
I just don't think it's in great spirit at all, BT. I mean, we've had players get Bronx cheers all their career, and we know everyone reads the press and jumps to assumptions, but it just doesn't. We're sitting up here impartial commentators. It just doesn't feel to me in the spirit of the great game. They're a great crowd here. They turn up en masse in numbers. And yep, they've got the right to give it to opposition supporters. But there's a distasteful feel about it tonight.
Quick little handball out to Shepherd. Schofield again. Prittis with the one hand. He can't kick the goal from there. Goes to short ball. Good kick to Lacroix on the lead.
Absolutely nothing the defender could do about that.
There is Cramery. Going to give it a go in the meantime. Lacroix straight through the middle. Really nicely done. West Coast by 17. In the middle, 17 points, nearing three-quarter time, 1:54 to go. Clearance by the Eagles. Lacroix, geez, got better and better as this game has progressed, Richo. You pointed out the kick to Kennedy, a little heavy, an opportunity here for West Coast to get another. 2 in a row they've got. Really well done.
Should love another look at that Dean Cox tackle. That's a perfect tackle on Stanton. He had time to get rid of the footy, and I don't know why they don't play him. There's a little left jab there. Just on the chin, little one. Little jumpery after it.
Carlisle kicked back into play, wasn't great. Carlisle around the corner, trying to do the big thing, and he's done really well for the Bombers. Boy, did they need that.
Yeah, that's a really timely goal from Jake Carlisle. They felt like they needed one before three-quarter time.
Just about do it here at three-quarter time, so really handy position for the West Coast Eagles. They lead it by 17 points here. 12-10-82 to the Bombers, 10-5-65. Waters looking to switch the play here. It's a high ball. I tell you what, Goddard's got to go back and make Smith work. He does. The knock down to Watson. Could have given it to Davey, but the skipper stuck one through.
At the moment, Joe Watson, it's been a massive night for him. You know the controversy off the field. 23 disposals, 8 contested possessions, 5 tackles, 2 goals. You reckon that man doesn't stand up under a bit of pressure?
There's some tired players out there, and we've still got a heap of time left.
Carlisle, have a look at this, to the run of Goddard. The kick is inch perfect. Oh, Goddard's dropped the mark, so now he has to go. It's Comma and McKenzie. Comma, soccer. McKenzie went to ground. Now he's got to beat Brown. He beats him as well. Now he's got to pick the footy up. He's got one high. He's caught one high, Comma. And he's won himself a free. Really, really well done.
Jeez, that was great play from Nick Comma.
It's going to be downfield, and it will go to Elwyn Davey.
He stabbed at the last one. He didn't extend on his follow through with the kick, Elwyn Davey.
Great effort by Comma. Gives Davey a look from 35 out. He stabbed at that one as well. Bomber fans behind the goals like it. So does he. It's a goal the difference.
West Coast fans are going berserk over there.
Watson, as he always does, when the game's up to be won, he steps up.
2 goals tonight, Watson. One of those coming early in this last quarter. Here comes Cox. Glasses there as well, and a free kick.
You've got to get the runner out.
It'll go to the Bombers.
Paddy Ryder's playing on Dean Cox. It's a Goddard free kick,
and he's got the distance from there without any problems.
Yeah, he's really due Goddard to step up to the plate.
So Goddard gets a look from 45 out. Difficult, but certainly by no means impossible. Look at that from Goddard. The Bombers are in front by a point. Waters from the wing keeps alive on the head of Kennedy. Fighting with him, Hooker off hands. The front centre Rosa. Darling lurking dangerously behind here. Got the hands on it. Pushed Hurley under the ball. Bagley. Darling goes back and get it. Snap around the body's missed. Just missed it to the right-hand side.
Gee, that was good by Bagley, because this man...
Myers, fresh man, was the sub, activated third quarter. McKenzie did well. Carlisle there as well. Smith, long handball wide here.
How's this cramping?
Bit of space. Tunbridge around the corner with the left boot. Looked pretty good. Darling there. Smith gave the handball away. Dalziel back to the left foot of Gaff. Gaff goes back into the danger spot. McRae on the lead. Marks directly in front, 30 metres out.
Perfect kick into space.
Last goal they kicked was the 28-minute mark of the third quarter. Here we are at the 21-minute mark of the fourth quarter. LaCroix steps to the plate, kicks the goal. Eagles by a goal. Big kick from Mark LaCroix.
Well, have a look at the jack.
Hutchins caught at the tackle. Heppel goes backwards to Watson. An inside 50 entry. Windelic's there. Carlisle's there. Glass was the third man up and punched it to the safety of the boundary.
What a great spoil, Darren Glass. That was a 25-metre spoil from the centre of the ground. How many times have you seen him save the Eagles in defence?
Every player now forward of the centre circle in the Bombers' forward end of the ground. Marston around the corner with a kick. Well trapped by Kennedy. Time to look. 2 left foot kicks in a row for him. Unheard of. Hurley quickly onto the boot. Got a little one to Myers.
Jeez, that was really smart thinking from Hurley.
On the left boot. Low ball. The lead of Carlisle's taken the mark, but he's right on 50 near the boundary line. This will test him. And he's got up, holding a little bit of the hamstring there. It's either cramp.
Don't underestimate that kick to Carlisle. That was one of the best kicks you'll ever see.
That's it.
On Myers.
Bullet, wasn't it?
Yeah, around his body. It had to be perfect.
Carlisle asking Razor Ray Chamberlain where the line was.
Ryder's done the right thing. He's pushed down with Nat Nui in the goal square.
Starting his approach from the perimeter piping. Jakey Carlisle. In he comes from 48. High ball. Oh. Gee, that looks good. Gee, that looks good. Scores a level again. He sent a big ball. Bomber bound there. Boy, oh boy, wowee. What about that from the Bombers?
Well, it was Hurley who started it with a bit of smart thinking here. Look at this. Didn't take possession. Bang. Just got it going forward late in the game. But this kick, this was an outstanding kick. Around his body. Look at that. That was perfect. And then Carlisle finished it off with a magnificent
Defenders don't do that. Defenders don't go forward. Bruce won from 50 on the boundary line. to level the scores. I just saw Dean Cox come up to centre bounce. He went up to Nick Natanui. He gave him the riding instructions. It's all about this centre bounce for me. Whoever wins it will go a long way to winning this game.
Never had a draw, these two teams. A minute 45 remains in the game. Stanton goes forward again. Here's Carlisle. Took his man under the footy. Gets a look on the left foot. No, he doesn't. Handball back to Winderlick. Glass is all over him. Zaharakis is clobbered by Kerr. Boy, what about the pressure here now? Oh, Winderlick ran into the brick wall. That was McGinnity.
Jeez, what a play there. He got a bad bounce, Carlisle. Looked like he was going to run into an open goal. And then Glass, McKenzie, the numbers came from everywhere. Brilliant effort, West Coast.
A minute 24 remaining.
Goddard, third man up then. Gee, they nearly paid the Eagles. You can't let Goddard come third man up. Got to lock down on your opponent here. You can't have anybody coming in and punching it into space.
Never had a draw, these two teams. Watson. Wonderful little tap to Melksham. Round the corner, he's missed. They're a point in front, the Bombers. What about the flick by Joe Watson?
They've already kicked the winning goal against Carlton. Melksham is at the winning point. This one will go long down the middle, you will think.
This is where you need Hearn. He's not in the team. He's out.
Beautiful kick. Finds Smith. Smith from half back to the wing. A big one-on-one duel here. And look at Hibbert to the boundary. He said to himself, well done.
Hit the boundary was the message. It was smart play. Look at James Hird now. They're going to get numbers back, Richo.
There goes Goddard. Goddard's gone back, Richo.
Goddard's gone back. Cox has gone to full forward to try and give them a marking target.
So do they need another one back, or are they happy with the one back? What do you think?
I'd start rolling more back. I reckon that was smart play from Myers. He just got it to the boundary. I reckon that's the message heard. Get a few back now. They're sending Carlisle back.
Yeah,
good
Carlisle's
instruction.
back.
Boundary throw in almost at half forward for the Bombers. 45 seconds here for West Coast. Melksham. Another quick little soccer, but they'll win it here, Brown. He played on when he shouldn't have. I reckon there was a little bit of panic in that.
He had to play on, I reckon, though. No time really left.
Melksham, but not at the point of running into the opposition.
Yeah, fair enough.
Maybe he could have got it to fat side if he'd had a look.
They're set up well here now, BT. They've got Carlisle loose. They've got Goddard down back. And they're just starting to roll a few more back. 27 seconds left. Unbelievable game, this one.
Big stoppage. Biggest stoppage of the game here right now. Myers to Watson. The Bombers win it. Watson gained 20 with the handball. And happy to see it over the line was Merritt. 16 seconds. You reckon the Eagles can't carry it the length of the ground in 16? It'll have to come out the back and down the middle. I think the Bombers are going to win here. It was a beautiful flick by Natanui. They're going to run out of time. It's going to be a Bomber victory. Heppel's going to consolidate and kick the goal. Bombers have won. It must be a half a second or so under 1 second to go, because the siren has not officially sounded, even though there is no time on the clock, if that makes sense.
Look at the physical exhaustion from Joe Watson. He is just absolutely in distress. That's how hard he's worked. He doesn't know that the siren's about to blow. 29 possessions. He's had 7 clearances, 5 tackles, 2 goals. Could not have had a bigger week. Look at James Hird. Is that a smile of satisfaction that you will just enjoy? He can't believe it.
5 goals to 1 this quarter for the Bombers in a huge comeback against the West Coast Eagles.